Okay, we're back out here in the shop with the Craftsman snowblower. I've got the parts in. I did one off camera here just to, make things a little bit quicker. And I'm going to show you how to do this one. I got it basically cleaned up. I made sure to go through and in these planetary gears to get the grooves that let the grease pass through, as clean as it needs to be. So that way some new grease can get passed in there. So that's what I'm going to do now, is just go through and marine grease all of this. Some right down in those needle bearings. And then all over this plate and these pins. Kind of smear that around. Right down in that bearing. And that'll kind of pack in there and re-lube those bearings. Probably been dry for a little bit. Okay. Now we just set it down like this. We've got our center gear. That's going to go right there. And that gets attached to those splines right there. And now we've got our smaller ones. So they just kind of teeth in. Like so. And then you kind of fit another one in there. Like that. And then another. Just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead once again, grab a little bit more grease here. And I'm going to just hit the tops of this like this. And that's just going to get some in the teeth when we go to stick this bell on. So here's our new bell. It is all one piece. You have to order this piece every time this happens. Now they did have some grease in there already, but I'm still going to put some of this marine waterproof grease in here. That'll help with the snow since this is a winter machine. Run that in there. Obviously all this is going to get all on this ring gear here, so. And then all we got to do is put it together. Just like this. Kind of just find that sweet spot where it wants to sit together. Kind of rotate it, try and get the gears in the position they want to be in. Oh, just about got it, I think. Okay, we almost had it. Oh, there she tried to start going. Let's see here. There she went. There we go. Starting to get worried. Run that grease around in there a little bit. Oh yeah, that feels good. And it just goes on like this. Kind of move it around. There it is. Okay, so there we go. Those are fixed. I'll get you set up down by the machine, and I've got the new bearings for the brakes. And then I already did one off camera, and I'll show you how to do the other one, but I got new bushings for the actual output drive axles as well, because they were a little wobbly. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, I've got you set up at the machine here, so I'm going to show you how to change the bushings that are right here and here. I've done this one already. I'll show you how to do this one. And that's this part right here. So there is a plastic clip right here. All we got to do is take both hands, one thumb on either side, push this down, and that comes off. Now what we got to do is there is a woodruff key that attaches this gear to this shaft. So we're going to slide this washer forward this way, and we're going to work this gear this way. Probably drop the woodruff key, and I'll have to get it. Let's see if we can bring it to the top. Okay, there's our woodruff. So I'm going to work this off of there. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to grab my big long hemos. I'm going to grab in there, get in there and see if I can grab that woodruff out without losing it. Got it. Just like that. We can set it right up here. So now all we got to do is this shaft will pull out. Just like that. Slide these off. Slide the gear off. Okay. Then we got a spacer. And now we got our axle bushing right here. So there's our old one. We'll slip in our new one. This has got like a hex, if you can see that. And that sits into a hex in the chassis. So just like that. Now we just reassemble the way we came off the spacer. And then we got to do our gear. And then our two washers. And then back into the support. Now I'm going to go all the way in. And then I'm going to come back out a little bit. And as you see, that bushing fell out. I've got to walk that back in. Okay. So now I'm going to pull the shaft to where I can get that woodruff key back in. So I'm going to put it in my hemos. And I'm going to feed it down in there like this. Oop. Just like that. So now I can push it back down with my finger, and then I can guide this gear back on there. This bump right here is where that keyway is, but what I can do is kind of just spin it until I feel it grab that channel. Maybe. Oh, it tried to push the keyway out. Okay, so we gotta, you know what? Rookie mistake, we messed up. So this is an opportunity to show you, if you're struggling like I just about was, I've got to pull this keyway back out because I forgot a step. This big washer, spacer, needs to go towards the bushing, and that's what keeps the keyway from walking around. So now I can sneak that keyway back in there. Like that. Let go of it. Push it back down in with my finger. Okay. Now our gear goes right on, and then that washer right there is going to keep that keyway from coming out. And now we just take our plastic clip, put it in between those two washers. And there we go. We have replaced the bushings. There's a little bit of slop, there's supposed to be, but it's a lot tighter than the old ones were. So now that part's ready to go. So now for putting in the axle assembly, this needs to come back in here like this. And I'm going to go up to the bench and grab our drive assembly and our bearings. New bearings, just like those old ones that were, see, buttery. Okay. So now she goes in like this with this clip on this side. Let me see. Can you see what we're doing? Yes, you can. So what I'm going to do is I got to pull these back off even though we put them on the bench. Just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this washer off and I'm going to feed this axle in this way. Oops. While hitting the tripod. In through there. Now I can put my washer back on. And I can put my drums back on now. Just like that. And then this one. Okay. So now we got to put this back into here. I'm going to kind of just bend it up and work it in just like that. And now if you remember, we got washers and a circlip on the sides of these. So I'm going to pop those back on. Just like that. And then comes our other washer. And then our bearing goes like this, I believe. So that way the clip is towards the drum and then this recess sits into the cover, I'm pretty sure. Let's check it out. Yep, just like that. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just put that right in there. There we go. New bearing in the cover. Well, actually, let's sneak this cover on. It'll help us hold this all together. Oh, we gotta pull the thingy open, that's right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. Where I put the bearing on first. Yep, let's try that. There we go. Just like that. I'm gonna grab a couple screws. Okay. Now I'll walk over to the other side here. I can move you a little bit. Maybe even so you can see what I'm doing a little better. Let's do that. Okay. So now we gotta work our planetary back together here. Sorry, I'm kind of in the way, but I gotta be for a second. Okay, just like that. And then 2 washers. And the circlip. Okay, there we go. And then we got this guy. And then we got this guy. Just like that. And then this guy here. I'm going to pull open this brake to help it slide over top. Or actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to work it into one of those flat spots. Just like that. And then I'll push it up. There we go. Just like that. Boom. Let me grab some screws. Damn it. And there we go. There's the drive system all free flowing, not seizing up anymore. I still got to get this E-clip on over here. Let's do that. If you remember, right down in there's a this big E-clip, and that keeps this from going any further this way, I believe. Hope that's right. I don't remember if this is supposed to be there or there. Pretty sure that's how that went, though. Alright, I'll pop the wheels back on. So there's our spacer. And then our wheel. You're zoomed in, you can't even see it. Bolt that holds the wheel on. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Spacer. And our wheel. Come on. Just like that. And our bolt. Alright, wheels back on. Rolls real nice. I think what I'm going to do is put just a touch of grease on these gears, just a little bit, just to help. I don't think that's absolutely necessary, but I'm going to do it anyways. Just a little bit like that. And then we'll roll it through. It's so cold out here. It ain't really moving the way I want it to move. Ah, there we go. I hear it. A little bit more on this one, maybe. Okay, roll that through. Okay. Now I can put the belly pan back on while we got it up like this. It's right here. Pull you out a little bit. Just like that. And then we gotta sneak it in like this. Just like that. Okay. Now I got to bring it down. So I'm going to stop the camera here. I'm going to bring it down, and then I got to work on getting a belt on the blower. And as long as that all goes good, that should button it up. I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back here. I'm going to split this machine back in half, the front half off of here, and then I've got the tensioner pulley I've got to put back in, and then I've got a brand new, we're going to try a 36-inch belt, because the 37 or 38 wasn't really working. So we're going to try this. Split it. There should be. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to lean this up against the dirt bike here. I'll keep it safe. Okay, now we can put this back on the machine. So there's actually like a notch, and then you only have to have one bolt to get it started, and then you can put all four in. So that's what we'll do here. Here's our bolts and our tool. Okay. Now I'll grab our blower. Okay, something like that. She'll kind of just pop into place, honestly. And now I'm popping the spring for the belt tensioner, blower tensioner back on right now while it's easy to do. There we go. There's our spring back on, and our belt's still on. Ooh, there we go. All right, now I'm going to get some screws in here. There we go. You see now. That's better. So, we've got our blower belt back on. And, that's our drive. And that seems to be working pretty good. That's our blower. Okay. Well, I guess I'll stop this here, and per the usual, we're going to set this up outside and see how she does. I'll see you then. Okay, I'm set up outside. We're going to try to start this up, see how it drives, and see if it'll keep a belt on for the blower. That little bit of smoke is normal because it was tipped up. It's cool, we got a light on here. Okay, so we're in drive, it's like forward 2. Let's try that out. Oh, beautiful. Let's go backwards. Beautiful. Looks great now. I'm going to turn you around towards the camera, I think. See if the blower works here. Oh yeah, it's already going a little bit.
Looks like it's working, huh? Okay. Let's try to drive one more time here. Forward. Oh yeah. Backwards. All the way back. Oh yeah, beautifully.
Alright, well there you go. She's all fixed up. I'll get those extra bolts in there and get all the belt covers back on and be able to ship it back home to the customer all buttoned up. The thing should drive for a long time now with all the brand new bushings and bearings, fresh grease, now a fresh belt on that blower. And it is a little tight. You saw it's trying to spin when you're not activating it, but I think that'll kind of burn in, wear out, stretch out a little bit. So, cool. Thanks for watching.